Hello everyone and welcome to another video of Fox Reacts. Today we're checking out the Ink Tank and their rankings of Ben 10 villains. And I just so happen to have loved the show myself when I was growing up, still love it nowadays, not so much into the reboot, though I will say what they did for that movie with the Alien X is definitely up there. So let's see how well these villains are ranked by this Ink Tank crew.
Hey everyone, Kuro the Artist here.
Hey,
I am
Kuro.
here as always with my lovely co-host, Mr. O.R. Ash.
It's me, and this boo sheet is a ghost.
I get
couldn't
it.
think of anything.
Alright,
Sorry.
I hope you have a good weekend,
Get
and as always, keep it fizzy. So, as you can see, we got another tier list here. If you haven't seen our
Nice.
first tier list video, we went through all of the canon Ben 10 aliens, and just... went through it, gave our opinions on it, ranked them from best to worst. We got another tier list right
Maybe I'll
here.
check
I'm
that out
gonna
in
link
another
the
video.
tier list below in the description if you'd like to make your own. And this time we're looking at Ben 10 villains. It seems like the way this one's set up, it's just ultimate to worst, but it's
Ultimate
still
to
pretty much
worst, yeah.
A, B, C, D. How would you like to rank this, Ryan? You want to rank it on like which one we agree with the most,
Ooh.
or like who's the best?
People got mad at us with the last one of these we did on our own opinion. I
I
still
guess
kind of
people
feel like we
would.
should do our own opinion though, just because like
Yeah, just we'll throw them wherever. We're gonna keep the format
Yeah.
very loose. We're just
This
putting
guy
them where
goes
we
here,
feel
this
like
over here,
it's
maybe
more
this
about
over here.
talking about
Oh,
the
hey,
villains.
look,
This
this
isn't
is
like a
going over here,
definitive
here.
like this villain is better than this one.
because there are multiple iterations of some of these villains, we're gonna go
Yes.
with like general consensus of what we agree upon with the villain. Like
It's
for
overall
instance,
still.
Vilgax, there are technically in my brain 4 different versions of him, 3 of which I don't like.
We're throwing shade already.
I'm just
3 of
saying.
which-
I
don't
feel
like.
like that's valid because Kevin's on this list too, so we're accounting for his childhood villain arc as well.
Even though it's ultimate
Yeah,
Kevin
okay.
artwork.
Yeah, the artwork does not reflect. Like, it looks like we got Reboot 6-6 in here. We're gonna be talking about the original series 6-6. I'm sure the person
I mean,
who
the
threw this
only way
tier
to
list
see
together
where you
was
rank
just
them,
looking for
just
images. I'm
start.
sure y'all get it, so let's just jump right into it. So speaking of Vilgax, the first one we have on this list is Vilgax. Might as well start with
Nice.
a banger. So let's talk about Vilgax.
He's definitely
Okay,
up there.
if I were to, because again, taking into account every version of him, only as far as like weighing it against other villains that are on this list, I would put him in excellent.
Yeah, maybe.
Not quite ultimate, because again, there's some pretty
He's up there.
crappy versions of him. Original series, I
definitely-
find very threatening, very cool, very,
Very
scary,
muscular.
like legitimately scary.
I actually
Definitely
think one
a
of the
threat.
things that makes Vilgax a stronger character is the fact that he doesn't need to have such an extensive backstory. He doesn't need to have like this complicated motivation. He's literally just this force of evil.
No one knows anything about his childhood. He's just like, I want the Omnitrix, I'm gonna take the Omnitrix, and I'm gonna kill the universe. He doesn't need motivation for that. He's just like, I'm a bad guy.
But at least to me, he doesn't really feel empty. His whole
Yeah.
character is completely being the force against Ben. I never think he feels flat, or at least not to a point where that's my first thought with Vilgax. I still think he's relatively an interesting character.
doesn't need a
there are some
baseline
downsides
story.
to him, The Alien Force Vilgax was a bit tricky to get used to. Dagengax. I don't even know how I feel about him, honestly. I kind of just, like, blocked that out of my mind.
Dagengax.
Omniverse Vilgax tried to bring things return to form, but, sometimes Vilgax is so serious he blows up the multiverse, and then other times
Yeah.
he's running away from Vreedles, so he's a big hit or miss, but, yeah, I agree. Excellent. Vilgax,
Definitely excellent.
he's
Even I
just
gotta agree with
interesting.
that.
I feel like that's enough to put him at excellence. Like, I've never been bored by Vilgax. We got Siphon next, his
Siphon.
loyal lackey.
I'm gonna be honest, I did not give a single fuck about Siphon until Omniverse. Him trying to become his
Who's
own like
Siphon again?
leader and villain in Omniverse, I thought was so funny because he was so bad at it. And I find him entertaining. He's kind
Who's
of
Siphon?
annoying,
I don't
but
remember.
in a funny way.
I mean, I agree. Like, I didn't dislike anything about UAF Siphon. I just did not care about him. Omniverse took
I don't
that and, like,
remember
made
him.
him his own character. They didn't just say, oh, he's on his own now. Like, his whole character is defined by the fact he's not Vilgax's lackey anymore. And he's trying to find his own place in the world.
I'd say average.
Yeah,
Dagon.
maybe.
This is a gray area for me because, as some of our fans don't know, I have not ever watched all of Ultimate Alien. I've seen most of it,
Really?
I haven't watched all of it though, so don't even do the face.
Don't even
What? No.
Controversially, I have a very soft spot for the Esoterica versus Forever Knights arc. I know you haven't seen that arc. I think it's one of the best arcs in Ben 10 in terms of the concept. There's a lot of different layers to it, and it's like this big war going on between the Forever Knights and the Esoterica, and there's a lot of history between the both of them. And Ben's kind of trying to stop both of them from destroying the world. The episodes themselves and the execution, dare I say it, can be a little shaky. It's definitely not the most exciting finale or arc for that matter. I just really appreciate the lore. I very much enjoy Dagon, but they botched his episodes pretty bad. I'm gonna have to put him in bad.
Oh no, I'm fine with that.
Enoch.
Hey,
Enoch. Okay, Enoch, he died after the original series, right? Or does he come back at some point? Because I vaguely remember...
He comes back in Ultimate Alien to die.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
But he's like, he doesn't have his same mask and anything, right? He's just a dude at that point.
Might be thinking of Driscoll, which is also on this list, so we'll get to him. But in terms of Enoch, he was like the head honcho of the Knights until the Forever King came in and was like, nope, it's me. And then in Ultimate Alien, Driscoll, the ex-plumber who joined the Knights, who's behind the armor, he comes back without the armor. And yeah, he is kind of just like a dude.
I don't remember him being horrible in the original series, but I don't remember, like, aside from the Dream episode, like many memorable moments with him that were actually like really cool. Yes, we got the -10 and Driscoll out of it, but like
the -10 pretty much had nothing to do with Enoch.
I just meant the Forever Knights storyline itself.
No, it did. No, it's as strange as it sounds. That's literally what happened. Is Enoch is the main Forever Knight head honcho up until the very last 2 episodes, and then he just. I don't know.
Fired him.
Like, basically, Driscoll's like, you can't do this.
Be like, fuck you, I'm the villain now.
I feel like seeing the word bad is
it's like, look at me. I am the captain now.
so harsh. Like, I wish this was just labeled with letters, but I mean, in terms of the 1 through 5 ranking, I would put Enoch in bad. Now we got Hex, the Master Magician.
Oh, they used the Ultimate Alien Force art. I couldn't tell what character that was. Part of me really wants to say excellent for 2 reasons. One, I really like what happened to him in Omniverse, where he's like not really a villain anymore. He just kind of does his own thing. He's so suave. He's so fucking cool. And 2,
definitely.
Because I want to say that he's hexcellent.
What?
Rob, all right. Rob, he's hexcellent.
He's hexcellent, isn't he?
Yes.
You know what? I was gonna go far as to say he's an ultimate villain, but if you want the excellent just for the pun,
some of his earlier stuff, it's not bad. It's just like doesn't hype me up. I feel like for a villain to be an ultimate, it needs to be something that I can just be like, oh shit, yeah, no, dude, if this guy's showing up, oh, things are gonna go down. Yeah, and like with Hex, I don't hit that kind of level. If that makes sense.
All right, excellent's very fair.
Yeah,
he's excellent.
He's excellent.
He's excellent.
It all worked out. On that topic, I feel like Charmcaster is pretty excellent too.
Part of me wants to advocate for her being ultimate. I can't think of solid reasoning as to why, other than her being.
Well, she was technically the only villain in all of Ben 10 to kill Ben, Kevin, and Gwen in one fight, though they were resurrected shortly after.
Just kind of badass.
See, I would say the reason she doesn't get ultimate is, like Hex, she also had her own passive arc, but unlike Hex, it just fell flat towards the end. Starts going through this redemption arc. It's not even like out of left field, because ever since her first appearance, you can kind of get this inkling that she doesn't really want to be involved with Hex. She's still a little bit bonkers, but like, you know, you can tell she's a complete product of the life she was brought up in, and Ultimate Alien was really tackling her measurement of morality, and then Omniverse was just like, nope, she's crazy. And like, I liked it. I liked Omniverse. It's just a big tone shift from beginning a redemption arc in Ultimate Alien just to say, nah, in Omniverse, that's what throws me off.
A character
it's like, here's the redemption arc, there it is, it's going along. Wait, what's going on? Ah, well, shit, it's in the trash.
Development thing that was transforming her into a different archetype. It's just that the transition, the last bit of the transition for Charmcaster wasn't shown that well.
Like Ben's personality shift from Alien Force 2 and 3. There is a canon reason, but that reason just isn't enough to make it feel okay as a viewer. Like, even if you like it, you can't deny it's noticeable. Like, it's like such a black and white transition. But with all that said, I still want to throw her an excellent.
Yeah, go right
Yeah.
ahead.
Forever Knight, we kind of already talked about. He's like, I just feel like throw him in bad. The reason he doesn't get worse is just because I don't hate him, but like, he's just...
He doesn't have a lot to...
Oh, come on. It's only a couple seconds. Sorry, I didn't realize it, so I didn't cut. Oh, well. Alright, sorry about that. I didn't realize, so I didn't cut.
to him.
Yeah, Adwecha, maybe average. I don't know, he's neat.
He seems like he would be
Who?
a big threat, but the way they present him, from what I remember at least, he just he comes across as like a Skeletor to me. He's goofy. I can't take him serious half the time.
So where are you thinking of throwing him then?
I enjoyed him more than Dagon. Maybe average?
Average is good.
Okay.
Zombozo, I know a lot of people like him, but I think he's kind of bad. His one episode in Classic was pretty dope because it was like literally season 1 Ben 10. Every succeeding appearance, I was like, why is he still here? I'm caught between average and bad.
I would say average.
I'll throw him in average because I kind of really don't care, but I was leaning more towards bad.
Dr. Aloysius Animo. This is my favorite villain in all of Ben 10. He is a villain that I feel like can mainly only exist in Ben 10 because he suits the universe so
no one else
Ultimate
really
is what I'm saying
him.
for Animo. He's a consistent villain throughout all the franchise, and he's entertaining as hell almost every time he shows up. I think he's better than Vilgax. I'm sorry.
If Vilgax didn't have like the whole weirdness throughout all of his different versions, like he'd probably be Ultimate. But yeah, that's one thing with Animo. He always feels like Animo.
I'd say the only bad version of Animo I've ever seen is Devoid.
I kind of like Devoid.
Does he stay jacked after that?
Yeah, he's jacked all the way through until the end of Ultimate Alien.
In the beginning of an episode, he's like mind controlling a Yeti, right? Is he still jacked during that? What?
Yeah, he's juiced, dude. You think putting that headband on the Yeti was an easy feat, dude? He had to fight that Yeti first. So we got Rojo Jojo.
It's like, I'm not Dr. Animo, I'm Dr. Jacked Animo. What the hell? I don't remember that.
Rojo, I know that she shows up in Ultimate Alien Force. I don't know where she does.
It's one episode, it's an opening. She's the guy that they catch Ben in the middle of the fight at the beginning of this episode just to open on an action piece.
I want to say average. I like her character and I like her concept a lot.
I would honestly say bad. Just, like, again, not because I think she's bad. Average. That's just literally what this category is labeled, but she's really just not that great. Aggregor, another big divider in the fandom.
I don't know, like, any fucking thing about him.
The reasons I like Vilgax are the reasons I don't like Aggregor, if that makes sense. I feel like the biggest difference is Vilgax is just entertaining enough and intertwined with the Ben 10 lore. He doesn't really need to be a fully fleshed out character. He's great for what he is, whereas Aggregor is the same thing. He's the big bad for 2 seasons. He doesn't have much of a personality. He's kind of just speaking like stereotypical villain voodoo and all of that.
Power, and all that.
Yeah, like Dagon, I enjoyed his story. That's one thing about Ultimate Alien. It had great stories, but just, you know, I feel like they were afraid to really go in strong directions with the characters, since originally in Alien Force, they did that, and then they were told to pull it back. So now I feel like they were just like, well, maybe we shouldn't flesh out our villains, because we're just gonna get told not to. I feel like I would throw them in average.
I would say average, because there are a lot of fans that do really like him. People always talk about Kevin's amalgam forms. No one ever talks about Aggregor's amalgam form. That was fucking
that's
cool.
true. Like,
I mean, that's a cool design.
About Aggregor.
Yeah, really.
I'm the fusion man, and I don't talk about amalgam Aggregor because it's a very cool design.
The one thing about him, I feel like he could have a little bit more NRG in him, because he's just got the one strip.
I can agree with that. He's got one piece of NRG, and that's just there on the neck. That's it. I mean, what they could have done maybe is like maybe put the red energy lines inside the holes in his torso, like from the Terra Spin.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw him up in average. Average gore. Albedo.
Okay. Albedo is stupid. Albedo is a really dumb character, but I really like him. If I watch an episode with him in it, I'm gonna be yelling at him half the time that he's an idiot. But he's very entertaining, and I would say either excellent or ultimate.
I kind of agree with that. My opinion with him is sort of in line with Charmcaster, where I felt like they were going through some passive arc with him, and not quite the redemption, but it's just like there was one episode where he does think he gets gets cured, and then he's just like, all right, well, see ya, because he got what he wanted, and then it reversed and it pushed.
I mean, that was really all he wanted. What the hell is up with that swamp file? Yeah, all Albedo wanted to do was go back to being a Galvin. But no, turned back, and he's still like, I'm negative Ben still! Fuck! Like, if they were allowed one F-bomb, then he should have been able to say, no, 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 fuck! I'm still negative Ben! That would have been perfect.
Him even more rageful. So by the time Omniverse comes around, he's just nuts. But you know what? It doesn't even ruin it for me. I just love Albedo. I love the idea of like an evil Ben, sort of, but not quite a literal evil Ben. I love making up Albedo color schemes whenever we draw aliens and whatnot.
Dude, I do that for every transformation, commission, and ultimate I do now.
Yeah, it's just fun. Give Albedo an ultimate spot.
Oh yeah.
He's great. The Vreedles.
Okay, another thing that people are gonna give me crap for not seeing all of Ultimate Alien. I didn't know the Vreedles show up before Omniverse. I thought they were an Omniverse original villains.
I feel like I like them better in UAF. They had more of a distinct personality. The Octagon. His whole gimmick was he would talk in a southern drawl, where he would just be speaking very intellectually, but with a very like stereotypically unintelligent southern accent.
Yeah.
And then Boyd really
very smart, but sounds like an idiot.
was sort of like...
He's got that dumminess in him.
Yeah,
exactly.
But he's still pretty
That's
great.
the voice.
Omniverse sort of melded them together a little bit. They were harder to really tell their personalities apart. As a kid growing up, I'll admit I did not like them, but I feel like I very much come around to them now that I get what they were going for with it. Which is a big battle I always have. Like, does it matter what I think now, or does it matter what I thought as a kid because I was the target audience then?
Well, considering we're making the video now...
I'd say average, you know?
I would say
Definitely
average. The Circus
Trio.
Freaks, all three of them? Oh no, I wanted to do this individually because I really like Frightwig and I really like Acid Breath, but Thumbskull's just kind of stupid to me.
That's
hell?
exactly how I feel. I just throw him in bad, keep it simple. Now,
hold on. He's all thumbs? I thought, you know, screw it. Thumbskull. That... Why did they do that to his hands? And you know what? Screw it. Moving on. The big tick.
now we got the big tick. Does the tick even count?
I never saw it as a villain. It's a situation.
I feel like we could put it in worse just because, like, I didn't hate it, but I mean, like, why is this on the list? The Highbreed Ultimate. Ooh. They had the cleanest arc. They were pretty balanced villains. Like, they were strong. They could shoot the neals. I like that they would open up their chest and drink from the ground.
That whole episode... on Terrausa, I thought that was a really good character crafting thing for Ben, as well as the Highbreed.
They're just all around great. They deserve ultimate.
Yeah,
definitely.
The Limax.
Worst. Get him down there. If they would have came back like they set up that they would.
Now, Sublimino, I don't give a fuck about Sublimino. I just don't care about him at all.
I don't either.
He's going in the worst. Clancy.
I like the gimmick of Clancy up till the -10. Is he supposed to be an alien or is he a mutant? I couldn't tell.
The pop-up said Dr. Animo made him a bug.
He mutated him.
I guess. I don't know.
I would say bad only because...
I mean, he was a guy that could command and control insects, and Dr. Animo was like, let's up that one bit. Click. And then he became a mutant bug. And that's where he stayed till death.
If they didn't turn him into a bug in the -10, it would have been a cool...
Carl Nesmith, otherwise known as...
Captain Nemesis.
What was it? I remember it sounded like a villain name.
It's like Dr. Nemesis or something.
Nemesis.
Captain Nemesis.
Captain Nemesis. He sounds evil. He's so lame. I don't like him.
You want to throw him in worst?
Honestly, yes.
Will Harang.
The J. Jonah Jameson of Ben 10.
Oh man, I gotta admit, I fucking love this guy. Yeah, I'd throw him in excellent.
I'd be fine with that.
The D&A aliens, I feel like they don't really need to be here. Like, they're kind of in line with the Highbreed, but that doesn't mean I want to give them ultimate.
I never saw them as a character. I just kind of saw them like how I saw Forever Knights for a little while, where it's just bodies being thrown at Ben to punch.
They're just the grunts. I'd give them bad. They really don't need to be here.
Maybe
they're grunts. It'd be like if Volcanus' henchmen were on this list. Kevin, I feel like, deserves ultimate just because it's pretty obvious.
Hands down.
We don't even need to debate on that.
Yeah,
he's great.
Down. Oh, it's a scare!
Damn. That's
man, I wonder how you feel about Zscare.
Zscare, I want to put an ultimate, but it feels more so right. No,
put him in
because
excellent.
motherfucker escaped the Omnitrix. I like Zscair. He's a cool story within the Ben 10 franchise. Plus, he came back from the dead multiple
Escaped it,
times
resurrection.
just to continue to fuck with Ben. But then it turns into like, I'm the goofy villain. But it's still super fun. I would say ultimate, because he's one of my favorites.
I don't feel
personally
as
think
passionate. I
excellent.
would have put him in excellent, but
Yeah.
I can see him in being an ultimate. You know, he's such a big part of the Ben 10 lore.
Frank,
All
chill
right.
out. What are you doing? You see Frank? This is what he does every time I'm streaming or doing something. He just weevils on my fucking bed.
It's frolicking Frank. All right, we got the Halloween trio on here. First, we
Hey,
got
cool.
Victor. I like him less and less every time I see him. I kind of want to throw him in the worst.
As they were becoming more comedic with the franchise, look at his Omniverse artwork. They turned him into a nutcracker and gave him the German accent. Like, he became a joke.
Sometimes I
definitely
love
bad.
it when Omniverse leans into the goofiness. The best
Definitely
thing
a
that
bad.
came out of Omniverse in terms of characters, aside from Rook, was Blue Kitchen Driba. They're the Omniverse style humor done right. But with Victor here, they didn't need to give it that Omniverse flair. They kind of ruined him in that regard.
Which really sucks because in the Galactic Monsters mini arc, he has like some legitimately cool character development with, oh, I work for my master, I'm loyal to him. But he's trying to resurrect a species that like almost genocided me. Conflicted, like that was cool.
That would have been so.
The wham piles. It's like, I love my master, and I want to continue working for him, but he's trying to bring back a species that will indeed consume my very soul. So yeah, he was conflicted.
Dope if he wasn't a big fluffy purple man. I feel like sometimes, the goofiness really does dilute the story a little bit. Like sometimes it embraces it, but in Victor's case, like,
can we put him in bad instead of worst? Because like, think back to his original series, his big reveal. He was disguised as a human on Earth for so long.
But how do you even do that?
Couldn't tell you.
All right, you know it. Like, I don't really care. We can throw him in bad.
Okay.
I just. Yeah, he was kind of cool at the start. Same with the Mummy. Like, I really don't give a shit about the Mummy, but he was animated very cool. I liked his
great
little
animation.
The swishy sound effects. It was almost mystical. Same with the wolf, honestly, too. You could just chuck all these in bad.
They didn't have characters. They were monsters. That was it.
Man, why the fuck is the road crew on here?
Really?
Wait.
The worst. We're not even talking about it.
Yeah, no.
Moving on. Damn it. Hey guys, look, I gotta say this real quick. Tinykin, I know that this is an ad and all that, but this is just straight up Pikmin! Moving on.
Volcanus.
Okay.
Alright.
I need Byzantium ore. But he's one of those street level alien villains that just keeps showing up. And every time he does, I have a little smile on my face.
Weak sauce, Tennyson.
I would say average.
Definitely
Crab,
he was a cool for the one episode.
In Alien Force, they like...
He's in Alien Force?
Literally
Wait,
just
what?
like Rojo being an ultimate alien. He's just like the big action piece at the start of an episode.
Oh, he's on the same level as Mummy and Wolf.
Yeah, it's kind of like,
Yeah.
What does this arrow do? Oh shit.
You move the entire...
Oh fuck.
You're moving Subliminal
no.
to the top of the list. What are you doing?
He's hypnotized me, man. I don't...
You moved some little to the...
No. Oh, I'm organizing...
Hold on.
It's kind of like...
I gotta laugh
What does
at
this
that.
arrow do? Oh shit.
You move the entire...
Oh fuck.
You're moving Subliminal to the top of the list. What are you doing? Stop.
He's hypnotized me, man. I don't know. Oh, I'm organizing the tiers. Okay, alright. 6-6.
If we're talking
What
just
the
straight up
hell?
6-6, I want to put him in excellent.
Yeah, 6-6 was pretty dope.
Yeah.
He was very mysterious, but in the same
He was a
regards of
Boba
how
Fett.
people like Boba Fett so much, I never really got why people like Boba Fett so much, but because of 6-6, I now get that.
What about 7-7?
Fuck him.
Eh.
Worst.
Malware is pretty
Alright,
fucking
moving on.
dope. I would put him in ultimate. He's got a great arc. He's got a great design. He like literally destroyed feedback.
You know what?
killed
Malware did
feedback.
have some pretty fucking cool and scary moments. I'd say ultimate. Ultimate
Definitely,
works.
definitely
Now,
ultimate.
Maltruant, though.
Average at best. When I was doing the Alien X video, I was doing some research on Maltruant. He only actually has like 2 real episodes where he shows up. He has like 2 or 3 episodes where he has a non-speaking cameo. But for like the final arc villain where everything leaves off, it's like, I feel like I don't even know him.
It makes me sad he's the last villain of the show. Although,
Okay,
Mark
average.
Hamill voicing him,
Mark Hamill.
that pulls a little sway with me. I'd say average at least.
Definitely.
Yeah. Kyber, I don't know.
Oh, Kyber, Kyber.
His episodes are in like the realm of
Maybe
episodes I rewatched
excellent?
the least, and there's a
Excellent.
lot of villains I disliked as a kid, like the Vreedles, that I grew to come attached to. So I really don't know how I feel about Kyber.
I want to say average. You don't get a lot of
say
his
excellent.
character aside from, oh yes, I'm fucking scary.
Yeah, average is good with me.
That will-
Dr. Psychobos.
I would say possibly putting him in average, and I do use the term loosely.
You beat me to it. Serpent.
Fuck that, worse.
Who?
The only thing I like about Serpent is non-canon. There's this, I own these comics right here.
Hold
There's
on.
this little 4-issue arc involving Serpent as the main villain. And I don't even really like him that much here. I just love these comics. For those that might know what I'm talking about. These are the comics where like he finds like this mermaid girl and there's like this whole underground society. It's got some pretty great storytelling. Look at how Ripjaws appears
Oh my
in this
God,
comic.
that's so
It's
cool.
got
That
some
is
pretty
kinda
it's
cool.
got some pretty good art. But I mean, this shit isn't even canon, so it doesn't
Oh,
count. He's a
damn
worst. Get him out of here. Who we
Yeah,
got
alright.
next? Sunder, who's
I
like
remember being
the Gray
Who's
Goblin.
Sundel?
I don't have much of an opinion on him. I only remember
Oh.
him in the episode in Alien Force
Oh.
where Ben gets his hand cut off.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's why
I kind of
remember
don't give a
him.
shit about him. I'd throw him in bad.
Yeah.
Kenko?
Ooh. Kenko, I actually think is pretty fucking
I didn't know he
cool.
made a
Yeah,
recon.
he made an impression with one episode.
I would say average.
What do these gears do?
Probably. Wait, can you change the name of the tiers?
I'm clicking them and nothing's happening.
Guess not.
Supposed to happen, but yeah, nothing's happening.
Mhm.
All right. We got the Tekadon
All right,
Weapon
moving
Master. He was pretty neat too. I liked how he talked. I like how
Definitely.
he had like a precision for everything. Can I put him in average?
Oh yeah, go ahead. He's pretty cool.
Definitely.
Argit.
Dude, if you don't know what I'm going to put him as.
Ultimate?
Yes, man.
Ultimate,
Argent is
really?
fucking awesome. Come on, Robbie boy, you
It's
gotta
Argent,
put
though.
I would give him
Argit.
excellent at best. I don't know, Argit. I just hate how he keeps fucking over the main team. And I get like
He's
that's why
nothing but
he's
a
the villain, so to
dildo.
speak. But like, God, he's such an asshole.
He becomes
Yeah.
the president of the world.
I know,
Ugh.
and that's the most realistic thing about him. I feel like I can only do excellent. Like, 'cause just look at the ultimate category right now. We got some big guys up there.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think Argit can stand along with them.
Fine, that's
He
fine.
cannot.
It's understandable. Ragnarok, I don't
Oh.
know a single thing about. He's
Badass
only
name.
in one episode, right?
Yeah, he shows up. He's like, Kevin, I killed your dad, and then Kevin throws him into the sun or something. I don't know. Let's throw him in the worst. Now, Eon, I have another soft spot
That's
for
cool.
2 reasons. One, I am obsessed with time travel. It is my absolute favorite concept.
All
Even
right.
non-linear storytelling is, in a sense, time travel,
Hmm.
at least for the viewer. And because, you know, he's the main villain of 5 years later, so I've been
right,
writing
that's
him
cool.
for a bit. But when it comes to the show itself,
What
he's
the
kind of
fuck?
mediocre.
Very, very.
I hate that they retconned him in.
Why did it look like a Death Eater was taking his soul? Your soul is mine. Ah! What the hell?
To being an alternate Ben. I know a lot of people try to justify that was implied in Race Against Time. What happened was the Cronian Eon succeeded in taking over Ben, transforming him into a Cronian, thus technically making him an alternate version of Ben. Like, I'm not even making that shit up. Watch the movie again. In the canon itself
Man,
of the
it's been a
show,
while since I've
yes,
seen
he's an
that.
alternate Ben, and I deeply despise that.
Wait, so that is a fully confirmed thing, or is it just like someone misinterpreted statements?
Like, in Ultimate Alien, Eon literally takes his helmet off and is just like,
What
I'm gonna
the-
be the only Ben 10 in the universe or something.
that's
Nonetheless,
What?
I'd throw him in average, just because, like, you know,
Yeah.
he's still kind of cool. I like how Omniverse gives him a rivalry with Paradox. Kind of
I
like,
can
you
see
know,
that.
the Doctor, the Master relationship. Who is that? Simeon? Man, they should have killed him in Alien Force.
Lord Emperor Milius, light of the Incursion Empire, keeper of the destruction ray.
Conquest Ray.
Conquest ray. Fuck.
Conquest.
Yeah, all people, all frogs tremble in his presence or whatever. I don't know.
I would say excellent.
Excellent.
Yes.
Really?
Here's the thing, because I see Attea's coming right up next. I would say Milius average, Attea excellent.
I would say
Definitely.
Milius excellent, Attea ultimate.
Really?
You think Attea can stand next to Malware, Scare, Highbreed, Ultimate Kevin, Albedo, Dr. Animo?
Really?
Yes.
Really?
I mean, she does overthrow the Incursion Empire twice, technically, and becomes, like, you know, the dictator of a giant space army.
She's pretty fucking powerful in the position that she's in.
So I will say I'll give Attea
Alright, fine.
ultimate, but I still feel like Milius, I just want to throw him in average.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
he's
fine.
funny
That's
and
fine.
all, but-
Yeah.
That's fine.
No, we got got Conduit Edwards.
Don't even know who the fuck that is. I'm assuming he's an esoterica, though.
Yeah, so he's the leader of Ben 10's version of Scientology, except twist, they're actually right, sort of. Conduit Edwards specifically. If we're talking about the esoterica, that's one thing, but I mean him, worst. Cervantes. Cervantes had a great arc.
Some villains I don't
probably
remember.
had the second, if not the best arc in Omniverse, at least in my opinion. He's cunning, he's got a great power, he's got a great design. I like how he's not, like, you know, at the forefront, he's kind of pulling the strings. His whole thing is manipulating people and playing the world like a chess game. That, like, his whole thing is he wants to take down Ben because he thinks Ben is incredibly irresponsible with his power and needs to be stopped. Cervantes isn't after fame, glory, power. He's just literally like, this kid is nuts and we have to stop him.
In his mind, he's like not even being evil. It's just his beliefs.
I think he's ultimate. It was me, Kevin. Elena.
Oh, that's the nanite girl, right?
I liked her in the movies when she was played by Alyssa Diaz. I forgot who plays her in the show. You know something? Actually, so she was voiced in Ultimate Alien by a person named Tia Texada, and the way they draw her in Ultimate Alien looks like the voice actress. But in Omniverse, they try to make her look like Alyssa Diaz again. But either way, I don't know. I feel like I wasn't feeling her in the show. Like, she's bad.
Blue forearms. I don't know anything about him.
Who the hell is this guy?
Yeah, you know, here's my thing about Kolar. I like him simply because of the fact that he's blue, and everyone's always up in arms about why is he blue? Well, get this. Have you ever looked around the human race and seen all of the different colors we are? Like, what if there's literally just blue Tetramans out there, and that's just how it is? Why is that weird? That's how I feel about it, and I feel like, you know, diversifying the races.
Literally every single Tetraman we've ever seen has been red. So for there to be a blue one, yeah, we're gonna think something's up. This can be explained simply because of Omnitrix. Like orange Omnitrix, boom. Pink Omnitrix, boom. Blue Omnitrix, boom.
Of aliens, even through color, is something that we really should have gotten even more. I don't think Kolar needs to be a mutant or experiment or any of that shit because he's blue. I just think Tetramans are sometimes blue. That's my opinion.
Honestly, I could get that too. It kind of expands the lore of the universe and of Koros, specifically the Tetraman.
And he's got a better design than UA forearms.
Much.
Put him in average just because he's got a sweet design.
Yeah, that's fair.
Lord Transil.
Honestly, I don't like him.
Thank you. I don't either. I really don't.
He's lame. Put him in worst because he was not the villain of that arc. Ziskare was. Lord Transil was just a device that he was using.
Yeah, Lord Transil's pretty whack.
Hi, Mochi. I'll get Frank. I'll do the same thing.
We got Mizaru.
I don't know who that is.
That's fine. Fuck this guy. Worst. Moving on. Slicks Vigma.
I actually really like Slicks Vigma.
Yeah, Slicks is pretty cool. I'd put him in average.
Yeah, average.
How about Phil?
Okay, Phil, in the original series, I thought he was a total asshole. In Omniverse, when he comes back, they do make him a little, I would say, conceptually goofy with the fact he can turn into, is it Tarantula?
Yeah, because Kyber tries using Phil as a conduit for the Nematrix, and it gets screwed up, and now he can always transform into Tarantula.
I would say a high average.
Cool. I'd put him in average.
Yeah, average is fine.
It's hard to use the mouse while I got a holder. We got the Synthoid or something. Synthroid.
Don't know what that is.
Terminator ripoff. One episode. Ultimate Alien.
Worst. Any one-off villains, unless they were really funny, I don't care about.
What about Trumbipula?
Trumbipula. Hell yeah. He at least goes in bad. In bad at least, because I find him funny.
Oh wait, can I change the names here?
Can you?
Can I edit that? I can.
Oh my, you've been able to the whole time?
I don't care enough anymore.
Morg. Morg? Didn't he die?
No, I think he's still alive. Do you know about Quarrel?
Oh, he's the one that killed Quarrel, right?
Yeah, he killed Quarrel.
He's a dick. Put him in worst.
Yeah, alright. You're a jerk, and not in an entertaining way, Morg. Lenopens.
The big fat alien wedding Lenopens, right?
Yeah, the blobby purples.
They're not bad. They're not bad.
What did you just say? the plobby purples. I don't know. Did they die?
Apparently there was a deleted scene where it showed the plumbers arresting them.
As the statue?
Yeah, or something like that. I don't know. But like, you know, just because there's deleted scenes doesn't mean they're canon. So who really knows?
That's just, that makes me think of like someone walks up to a murder scene and a cop starts handcuffing a dead body. I would say put him in worst.
Now, Prisoner 775, who unfortunately never gets a name. Did you see this one?
I did see this one. Him, I
I
remember
remember him.
being very tragic.
He was. Now it's like, are we ranking them as villains or as characters? Because as a villain, I would say worse, just because he's not a villain at all. He like got thrown in jail for 50 years and his family died.
He was a casualty
Family
of
was
war.
murdered.
He did try to
Yeah.
kill Colonel Rosum, but I mean...
They locked him in prison for 90 years. He's not
50.
a villain. The episode ends with him crying and trying to get Ben to kill him.
I really wish he wasn't even on this list.
He was just begging Ben to finish him off because he had no one left to go home to. Prisoner 777, whatever the hell, just wanted death because that would be the only way he'd see his wife and child again. Sorry.
I'm not gonna rank him. He doesn't deserve that. 8-8.
Put 8-8 in the worst.
Thank you. Now, Ma Vreedle.
I've never seen the Ultimate Alien Force art of her.
You know something? Derek did that too.
Did what?
He designed Ma Vreedle in Ultimate Alien.
Oh,
Really?
Maud Riedel is very funny. She's definitely a villain. I would say average, though. Only because, like, she's a gag.
I'd give her that, yeah. She's an entertaining character. The things I don't like about her is, like, how overfluffed she is. Like, she can send Vilgax running. For those that don't know, my personal theory, and it's the only way I can rationalize it, is the reason why Vilgax is scared of Ma Vreedle is because she's his ex.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like, that's the only way it
can see
makes
that.
sense to me. Other than that, that's just too damn goofy. She's alright.
I can see that.
I'd put her in average. The last one, Michael Morningstar, also known as Dark Star.
Star.
He's cool as
Yeah.
hell. He's a total fucking asshole.
Definitely
but, like, he's a
excellent.
really good villain. Like, he does
Maybe
some
even
pretty
ultimate.
treacherous shit and keeps doing it consistently. Plus, they have some good gags with him every now and then just to kind of like keep him balanced.
I feel like he kind of has the Argent relationship a little bit too, where there are times where he's an ally, but he's still just, you know, he's evil. When it comes down to it, he was like draining people's lives and whatnot.
He was a leech.
I'm throwing him in Ultimate.
Yeah.
No, I'm down with that.
So we got our final list right here. How do you feel about these rankings?
I fully agree with all of the Ultimate rankings. I think those are the most entertaining villains throughout the
Even
show.
I gotta agree with
Vilgax,
these
I
guys.
really wish that we could have ranked him higher. Really excellent, and some of the top of the average ones, I just thought they were more so cool and entertaining characters, and that's why the rank's so high.
No, yeah, I agree. Like, I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of flack for putting Kolar so high, but it's like,
He's cool.
yeah, he's cool.
I
whatever.
haven't
Not
even
bad.
seen his episode, and I give more of a fuck about him than I do Enoch or Driscoll. And that's
All
it.
right.
All the villains.
That's it. That sounds good. Thank y'all for checking out this video. Again, if you want to do your own tier list, link's going to be in the description. Let us know what you think about our opinions down in the comments. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let us know why. You know, it's all about discussion. But yeah, hope you have a great rest of your weekend. And as always, keep it fizzy.
And that is what we're going to end off today's video. Link to the original will be in the description below. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more, and I'll see all of you folks in the next video. Have a good one.